What made the Jets the right job for you right now?
It came back to the people. Having the opportunity to meet with Christopher, Jaime, and Joe. I mean, they're just really, really good people, and just having the ability to talk to them and go through this interview process with them. I just couldn't help but feel authenticity from them, and I'm a big believer in that people make things work. It's the people that make things move forward, and when you can have three individuals like that invite you into their circle, you just can't help but feel like success is on the way.
Around the league, though, I want to get before you met Joe, before you even got into the building, as you're coaching the Niners, you're coaching against even the Jets even this year, early in the season.
Love that turf.
Well, we'll get to the turf. Because I'm sure now the turf's fine, but obviously back then it was a bit of an issue. But I do want to ask you, though, because you'd gone around the league. Obviously you've been around the league, you put your time in. But in that time, the Jets really have not been a good team, and they've had problems. What was your perspective of the Jets before you got to know those in charge right now?
And
did it change?
No, they're going through the interview process and getting the chance to visit with 6 teams. You walk into these interviews with perceptions around the league and the way fans talk and media, and then people around the business that they call just to give you a heads up. And so having the ability to go through these interviews, it was pretty interesting, because you leave some of them and you're like, you know what, those perceptions are pretty accurate. But when I walked into this place, and the one thing I'll tell fans and anyone who's listening, throw away the perception. I promise you. I mean, the people who are in charge of this building and the people who Christopher and the Johnson family have asked to run this with Joe and Jaime, and they're unbelievable people. And it's, like I said, it's people that make this thing work. And so they display authenticity, they display humility, which I believe is a key component to anybody who's trying to move things forward, because they're able to listen, they're able to take in new ideas, they're able to implement different aspects of what people believe into their overall philosophy of what they're trying to accomplish. And so when you look at this organization and where it's moving, I really think it's heading in the right direction.
One thing I do know about this organization is that they will provide you with the resources that you need to be successful. And right now you have plenty of draft equity, you have plenty of salary cap space, you have basically a blank slate to kind of paint the picture that you want, with Joe Douglas, with Christopher Johnson. When you look at it, when I was playing here, we had this thing, play like a Jet, and what that meant. Now, I know you said gas, no brakes, all gas, but when you talk about and what we're talking about, when we talk about what it means to be a Jet, what is your idea of what you want the Jets to be like when they step on the field? What should fans expect in style of play and type of player?
So obviously the mindset of, you guys heard it yesterday with that whole all gas, no brake and that mentality, but it's all encompassing. It's all a buildup. It's all a buildup to when we hit the field, the effort that we play with, the technique and the fundamentals and execution, and the violence at which we'll do it. And so there is a hair on fire mindset that we want with this organization. And so I don't have many cliches with regards to sayings with regards to that, but what they will have is a black and white understanding of what they're being asked to do, play in and play out, to be able to unlock all their athleticism so they can play as fast as humanly possible. And I think that's all players want. They don't want to think about what they have to do. They want to be focused on how they have to do it. And that's what it's going to be focused on.
Now, I love the violence, but we're not biting kneecaps, are we? We ain't doing that.
No, all within the rules. All within the rules.
We had 2 press conferences yesterday. One was yours, and you had Jets fans ready to run through a brick wall yesterday with your press conference. And then there was Dan Campbell in Detroit, and he was talking about biting kneecaps and everything else like that. So it is the first impression.
You can't say it, Coach, but me being from Detroit, I'm like, man, come on, man. This is all Detroit need is a dude talking about biting kneecaps. We played the Hawkamania music underneath it.
I know Dan. He's going to do a great job. I've got a lot of excitement. I'm still a Detroit fan from afar, so I think they're going to have they're in good hands.
One of your most violent, most talented players is Quentin Williams, and traditionally we've used to seeing him in a 3-4 type of system. And do you envision or have those decisions being made about the type of defense that you're going to play, or does that depend on the type of free agents that you're able to get in free agency and maybe through the draft?
You know, I think you'll appreciate this in that, you know, most of the NFL has gone to 3 receiver sets anyway. You know, it's most people are
Right.
already deploying a 4 down front. And so when you look at this Jets team, and even a guy like Quinnen Williams, he was the next man up in terms of best players available for us if back in San Francisco if Nick Bosa wasn't available. And to have him, like he can easily do what's being asked to do. He's been doing it. It's a 4 down front. Can you rush the passer from a four down front? Absolutely, he can. So if he can do that, then he can get off the ball, penetrate, and set edges in the run game, and convert run to pass and all that stuff. He's just a massive body that we feel like if we move him forward at a very, very high rate, he's going to create a lot of disruption. He's going to wreck games. And so there's going to be guys that we move to kind of fit more of the mold of with regards to the style that we want to play. But at the end of the day, these are professional athletes. They're God's gift to athleticism with regards to the sport of football. And you can find a place for all of them, you know?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.